As tax season looms, a familiar knot tightens in the stomachs of many business owners. It's a feeling of unease, a subtle dread that whispers about the unknown. This isn't just about the numbers themselves. It's about the story those numbers tell, or rather, the story you don't quite understand yet. If tax season consistently feels like a heavy burden, leaving you more drained than informed, then this episode is crafted specifically for you. We're here to transform that apprehension into clarity and control. Many entrepreneurs find themselves in a peculiar predicament as tax deadlines approach. It's not that you're unaware of your business's financial figures. You likely track revenue, expenses, and profit margins diligently. Nor is it necessarily an expectation of financial disaster that causes this tension. Instead, the true source of anxiety often stems from a deeper, more fundamental issue: a lack of profound understanding about what those meticulously gathered numbers genuinely signify for your business's health and future trajectory. This feeling of being adrift, of not fully grasping the narrative woven by your financial data, can be incredibly isolating. It can make tax season feel like an arbitrary judgment rather than a clear reflection of your hard work and strategic decisions. We understand this struggle, and we want to assure you that you're not alone in experiencing it. This common challenge is precisely what we aim to address today, offering a pathway to greater insight and peace of mind. This video is a dedicated resource for every business owner, entrepreneur, and self-employed individual who yearns for a tax season that feels significantly calmer, undeniably clearer, and far less emotionally taxing. We recognize the immense effort you pour into your ventures, and you deserve to approach this critical period with confidence, not apprehension. Our goal is to empower you with a perspective that shifts the entire experience. By the time you finish watching, you will gain insight into the single, pivotal question every owner should be able to answer well before tax season even begins. We'll illuminate why mastering this question holds more significance than merely anticipating the final tax bill itself. More importantly, you'll discover how embracing this understanding can dramatically reduce stress and foster a sense of preparedness long before any official forms need to be filed. Please remember, this isn't tax advice. It's a foundational guide to preparation and understanding. Let's be clear, tax season itself doesn't conjure confusion out of thin air. What it masterfully does, however, is reveal the underlying financial ambiguities that have accumulated throughout the year. It acts as a powerful magnifying glass, bringing into sharp focus the consequences of countless decisions made in the daily hustle of running your business. These decisions, often made on the fly, shape your financial landscape. Throughout the year, you, as the visionary leader of your enterprise, make a myriad of choices. These include critical decisions about operational spending, strategic reinvestment back into your business, how and when you pay yourself, and the precise timing of various financial transactions. Each of these choices, in isolation, often feels entirely reasonable and necessary in the moment they are made. They are part of the dynamic process of growth and management. However, the true test comes when tax season arrives, and all these individual decisions converge into a single, comprehensive financial picture. If the preceding year lacked a consistent thread of financial clarity and strategic insight, this moment of convergence can feel profoundly overwhelming. It's like trying to piece together a complex puzzle without ever having seen the complete image. This is where the stress truly originates, not from the taxes themselves, but from the revelation of unaddressed financial questions. There's a pervasive and deeply ingrained belief among many business owners that often leads to unnecessary anxiety. The common refrain goes something like this: "Once I finally know my tax number, then I'll truly understand how my business performed this past year." This perspective, while seemingly logical on the surface, is fundamentally backward and can lead to significant misinterpretations of your business's true health. It places the cart before the horse, so to speak. The reality is that your tax number, in isolation, does not inherently explain your business's performance or its operational efficiency. Instead, it primarily reflects the structural choices you've made regarding your business entity, your accounting methods, and the various deductions and credits you qualify for. It's a calculation based on a specific set of rules, not a holistic performance review. It's a consequence, not the cause, of your financial story. Without the crucial context of why those numbers are what they are, the final tax figure can feel incredibly personal and even judgmental. It can seem like a definitive verdict on your efforts, leading to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. This lack of deeper understanding is precisely why so many dedicated owners dread the moment they open that dreaded envelope or click on that email containing their tax liability. It feels final, unchangeable, and often deeply misunderstood. Here is the single, most powerful question every business owner, every entrepreneur, and every self-employed professional should be able to answer with confidence and clarity before tax season even begins. Do I truly understand why my business produced the financial result it did? This isn't merely about knowing the final profit figure or the total expenses. It's about delving deeper, seeking the narrative behind every number, and connecting the dots between your daily operations and your year-end financial outcomes. When you cultivate this level of understanding, you move beyond superficial data points. You begin to grasp precisely how your profit was generated, identifying the key drivers of revenue and the most impactful cost centers. You gain insight into how cash flowed through your business, understanding where it was utilized, where it accumulated, and where potential bottlenecks might exist. This comprehensive view allows you to see the bigger picture. Furthermore, this deep understanding helps you pinpoint exactly why certain periods felt stressful or, conversely, why others flowed smoothly. You can identify where clarity in your financial planning and decision-making truly helped propel your business forward, and where a lack of foresight might have inadvertently created hurdles. When you possess this profound insight, the tax bill ceases to be a random, arbitrary figure. It transforms into valuable, actionable information. It becomes a clear reflection of your year's journey, offering lessons and opportunities for future growth. Owners who have navigated enough business cycles, and I certainly count myself among them over the years, eventually arrive at a profound realization. They learn that the tax bill itself is very rarely the actual problem. It is merely a symptom, a consequence of the financial story that unfolded throughout the year. The true challenge, the real source of stress and missed opportunities, is almost always a fundamental lack of understanding about that underlying financial narrative. It's the absence of insight into the why behind the what. When you can calmly and confidently answer that pivotal question, do I understand why my business produced the result it did? Tax season undergoes a remarkable transformation. It sheds its intimidating aura and becomes a manageable, even predictable, part of your annual business cycle. In fact, for many, it can even become boring. And in the often chaotic world of entrepreneurship, boring, when it comes to taxes, is an incredibly good thing. It signifies control, clarity, and a profound sense of peace. This entire series has been dedicated to equipping you with the tools and mindset to reduce financial pressure before it has a chance to compound and overwhelm you. We believe that true empowerment comes from understanding, not just from reacting. In our upcoming series, we will delve directly into the intricacies of business taxes, but we will approach it from this newly established foundation of calm, clarity, and comprehensive understanding. You'll be ready to engage with the details, not dread them. Please like this video if you have enjoyed. Every like encourages us to create helpful content. Thank you once again for watching. Have a blessed day.